Today we continue with our new Captain of Industry series. With update 3, there is a lot that has changed. Don't hesitate to check in the video description below if you want to see the full playlist. Basically, this is episode 2. So in episode 1, right, I recapped a lot of the new things that are coming and we set up really some basics. We have our population over here with food and waste management. We have research level 1. We have over here the first start of kind of a chain of production. Right, we are bringing some wood, then that wood is burned into coal. We add to coal a bit of iron scrap and we make molten iron. Then this molten iron goes directly on this pipe, on this channel, to 2 of these casters to make some iron. That was really, the first kind of chain. Then we're using this iron and a few other things like wood and concrete to make construction parts. Also making a bit of mechanical parts and some electronics, but we are not yet making things like rubber, copper, etc. So we're gonna need to do that. And then many of these, they go into this maintenance depot, right? The mechanical parts and electronics to make maintenance level 1. This is a really critical thing. We're increasing right now, so all good, but you never want to get to 0. At that point, everything starts breaking down. We also did build a first trading dock, so we can trade with our neighbors if and when needed, but we haven't repaired yet our shipyard. So let's continue. I mean, obviously don't hesitate to tell me in the comments below if you have any questions or requests. But yeah, we're gonna continue following the tutorial for now. I know the game, but it's also to help you teach everything to you. So the first one at the top here is we definitely want to build a vehicle depot. We go into logistic over here and we see the vehicle depot. For now, we will build it very close to our shipyard, because most of the resources are still in our shipyard, right? In the future, you probably want to connect this to many of your productions. This is going to enable us in a second to create, an excavator, some pickups, potentially also another tree harvester, those type of things. Then with this, we're going to be able in the future to start digging some iron, and therefore we can add here the second recipe, but we will put it as the least important. First is they do that one, then they do that one for now. Then at the bottom we have the beacon. This beacon over here that we have researched just now, you can put it pretty much anywhere, it doesn't really matter. So let's put it more on this corner there. This is going to help add new people to our city. So speaking of adding new people, I think it is time indeed to also add more population, which is where in the new UI? Yeah. So we cannot put it there because there is the market, but we can, oh no, we can't put it there because there's trees, but we can definitely put one more here for sure. Actually 2, and then maybe we do these other lines there. Okay. So let's unpause now, can accelerate. It is year 2, July of year 2, it's rainy. And what research? We're doing basic diesel research right now. We could also start in the future ship dock repair. That could be good. The basic concrete, definitely a big one. And yeah, then we need to wait for these to be done before we can really go on this. I mean, you can add them to the queue, but for now, we're gonna wait a second. Okay, what else? And that's pretty much it. Now they're saying, we need to start getting some iron ore, but that means we need to first do those things. So let's go with 1 tree harvester, 1 excavator, then 2 pickup. That's what they're telling us. All right. And then I think what we're going to do is a few more pickups, then an excavator, then a few more pickups. Okay. It's going to take a second. Obviously, all of these, they also take resources like iron and diesel, but also vehicle parts. We're not actually making vehicle parts yet, but we have some reserves, as I said here. You can see 228. So we're gonna keep that for now. Good. The beacon has also been built, and this is going to get us some refugees. In less than 2 months, we're getting 14 refugees to be precise. So that is good. That's going to boost our population because I only have 13 people or 13 workers left right now. So that is getting, smaller and smaller. We do have also these, you can see they are basically full of wood. They don't know where to put the wood because this is full and we don't have storage yet, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go here. Oh, we do. Sorry, my bad. So let's start a couple of storages. Sorry, let me pause a second. So you can see we have the refugees here and we have the storage. So loose storage for things like, our coal or our potatoes. We have the unit storage for things that are a bit more like solid, like our wood or our iron. And last but not least, we have a fleet storage for things like diesel. So we're going to for now, make it very simple. I'm going to put one here. We're going to assign it to wood, right? And this is fine. People like trucks can import, trucks can export, no problem. This is going to help, right, to get a small reserves of wood. In the meantime, this is starting. By the way, you can also use the Unity that I mentioned in the last episode, this spatial resource to start, if you want, assigning more, getting all of the resource delivered. So the new refugees have arrived. It's 14 and they also brought a bit of resource with them, so that is really great. Cool, what else? Population growth we have done, right? We've done the beacon, we've added one more place because, there is a limit. So you can see here, my housing capability, I have 136 capability, so all good there. Why don't we have any trucks there? That's strange. It's fine, I put them back. Okay, so what else? Oil, we could start diesel production if we wanted, which will definitely be important in a second. And it's actually not gonna be that easy, because if we look back at the layers, I mean, yeah, it is over here. So I guess we'll put it there. Let me do a quick thing here where we're going to take all of this out just to make sure they do these first. So we have a clean place to work on diesel. And then we can go back to over here. We have our first excavator. Look at this. This is not a big boy, but it's not a small one either. And by the way, for all of the vehicles, if you want, you can almost drive them yourself by clicking over here and say, go there. And then you can track them if you want to. Okay, so yes, we have here the first mining vehicle, right? Oh, and we have refugees again. I think I should actually slow down. We're already on year 3. So new refugees, 14, resource with them, perfect. So yes, we have, the excavator. We're gonna need a mine control tower. Where did they put those ones now in the new thing? Here, okay. So we're gonna need a mine control tower. We should look a bit at the reserves. Okay, so there's not a lot of reserves in the ground here. A bit, but not that much. And it's mostly directly on the floor. I do still think we should probably start thinking about going in that direction already. So let's put the mine here. Then we can say, edit the area where they're gonna work. And we're going to, oops, what did I do? You can then move the area exactly how you want. Like this is so much more user-friendly than before, right? You can make it exactly how you want. Really, really cool. Okay, so that's the new area for these two to work, right? Now we also need to assign excavator to it. We only have one, so that's easy. And we can assign, if we want, some pickups to it. You don't have to, but you can. We can decide many other things, but we'll see that a bit more in the future. For now, let's do that. And we need to start also deciding what to mine, right? So for now, I'm going to press F to make it flat. And I'm just going to say here, make this whole thing flat, basically. In the future, we can also go and, start going down, right? Into, basically down. But for now, I'm just gonna keep it like this. We are, by the way, at level 4. You don't need to be at level 4. You could be below, like level 3 is totally fine for the water. Sometimes level 2 is also fine, I think, most of the time. Level 1, usually the water starts creeping in, so you have to be careful. But yeah, we're gonna start basically, again, just getting all of these resources. Now, right now, there's no trucks that are, going to help these dig boys, and that's not good. But we're also missing another thing, the ore sorting plant. Because remember, we need to make sure we do that, which is, where's the entrance to this thing now? So we're gonna place it for now over here, right, very close. In the future, for sure, we know they're going to want to align many things. So we can decide, what to sort. In this case, we know there's gonna be iron, and we want to put this in output level 1. Then we know there's probably also going to be dirt. So let's put that in output level 3. We know there's probably gonna be also rock. So let's put that in C. And you can also put more things if you want. Like I could have the dirt and the rock in the same, or those type of things. So yeah, let's give it a second for it to be built. Let's add a few diggy boys, but no, a few trucks, but I definitely need more of them. Let's actually focus on that for now. And where is the other one? Yes, it's here. Okay, all good. So now there's no tree left to harvest because now I have 2 of them. So, that's why it went a lot faster, but that's okay. I'm not worried. I think we're gonna do this piece, and then we probably want to also go over here to clean that part. I could put, start also creating different zones. Like this is one of them working there, one of them working there. We'll do that in the future. I see we're already full on wood too. So let's just build another one, because I do, I do want to make sure we continue cutting more trees. Like I need a bit of the space here. We need what? So we need to mine the iron. That should start in a second. Let me show you. It is. So the diggy boy is digging and then putting it into some of these. Right now it's mostly dirt, so that's not so great. I don't really need the dirt, but that's okay. We're gonna make the whole place flat with that. And now that the pickup truck is full, right, it's gonna go to the ore sorting plant. It's putting all of the things there, right? In this case, it's pretty easy because it's all the same thing that's coming out. And we have right now nowhere to put it, so that's not great. We could start putting some storages, but I think for now we're just gonna keep it like this. And what's gonna happen is a pickup is gonna take the dirt and it's gonna dump it here to continue making our what do you call it, our bridge. Our bridge. Again, a few more refugees. If you feel like now you have too many people, you can't feed them, for example, you can pause the beacon, right? That's totally fine, it happens. We have a small problem too, by the way, which is, it says some of our mining designation is outside. Oh, that's probably, yeah, that's this one. There's a bit of rock here, that's fine. I mean, actually, let's leave it and let's try to get it out quickly, because that way we can make sure everything is flat here, right? So done. But yeah, hopefully we're starting to get a bit of iron soon. Not really, actually. Still full of dirt here, and this one is still empty. But that's gonna start, I promise you. So while this is happening, now that we've cleaned this part here, let's look at our diesel, right? I will also probably clean, where are you? Let's remove those things here. 1.2 unity, that's fine. There, oh, that's a lot of more unity, but that's okay. Just removing those small things so we have a clean place to work with. So let's go. We're gonna need some oil pumps, right? This needs to be where there is some oil in the ground, or crude oil to be precise. So it needs to be somewhere over here. In this case, we're going to, make sure we put it at the furthest point possible. So we know this is the start, and we can add more on this side if we want. We are also, I don't know if they tell us, but I'm going to put 3. And actually, no, this is the wrong side. let's rotate it like this. And again, make sure we put it kind of at the furthest point possible. And then we start adding more next to it. And I'm going to put 3. Why 3? Because this is going to produce... wait, did it change the ratios here? 20. No, I don't think they did. I don't think they did. That's fine. Because yes, a pipe can transport 60. So 3 of them is 1 pipe. That works fine. And also I think 60, if they didn't change, is the right ratio we need there. Yes, we need 60, as you can see, for this to work at full speed. So 3 of them is 1 of these. Now we're gonna need some pipe. One way or another, we're gonna need some pipes. But I think for now, let's put it like this and press F so that the output here, this output there, which is called wastewater, is toward the outside and we can send it this way. All right, I'm just thinking quickly. Actually, it's not gonna be that great like this. I mean, regardless, you're gonna need to start having a bit more complex logistics when you want more than one. So we have this recipe over here, right? Again, we're gonna need some crude oil. So let's connect the crude oil with the pipe here. You could put reserves in between if you want. And maybe we should actually just start making it a bit cleaner where, you know, you do something like this. So this is your reserves of crude oil. Gonna go there, connected nicely. And then this is the output that is going to go, you know, there. What you may want to do is also at some point start playing with, you know, heights. So for example, here I can put it at level 3. And one reason you may want to do this is to be able to have other pipes, but also to have your trucks go under. So I think that one is a pretty good layout, for example. Then here, you know, for now, let's just put, actually, let's put it over here as always, because this is, oh, this is 36. It's actually a lot, because this can only take 60. So let's forget about this. Let's press X to move it up. It's a copy paste, but basically copy paste is like move. All right. And then again, we're going to need the output to come out all the way there. And we may want, sorry, wrong button. So we're going to want again to put it probably at level 3. So let's do something like this. So it is, we went all the way to the sea and then put a liquid dump. Because again, this wastewater needs to go somewhere. If you don't take care of the wastewater, this is going to stop, right? As soon as this is full, this is going to stop. And then last but not least, we do have the diesel. Oh no, sorry. First I need to connect those things. So let's go here. But then yes, there is the diesel. And what you can do is potentially have, you know, the diesel come out in a parallel line, right? And go into a storage. Again, right now we only have one, but in the future you may want multiple. So that's why this becomes important. So we're gonna have the line over here. Again, kind of parallel like this. You do like that. And you know that every time it's just gonna go there. So this is for diesel. This is going to take the crude oil. We're gonna need also some coal. Right, so what you may want to do is have even kind of a coal production locally. In the future, we're gonna have better coal production, but right now, where are you? It's in the wood. Yes, yeah. So right now, we don't really have a good coal production. I can actually connect it perfectly if we want to, because we have put it up, right? It will require another small smokestack, and we can have here a storage of wood, right? I'm going to put it like this for now, it's fine. This is not a perfect layout. I mean, we don't have access yet to any of the conveyor belt, right? So we have to do some things a bit like that, but that should be working, no problem. So let's unpause. They're gonna start building. Obviously that's gonna use a lot of our construction parts, but we don't really have a choice. So build oil pumps, we built 3. A basic distiller, we built 1, so that's good. Liquid dump, we did it. Did we enable the recipe? We did not. So choose the right recipe over here. Good. And produce diesel, dump the water. So yeah, all good over there. All good. So it is, it's been built and it's working. I can see some diesel already over there. I can see some black fumes, which is not great, but it means it's working. So yeah, these ones are producing the crude oil, right? Crude oil is going there. Then it flows into this pipe and then flows down here to be transformed, right, into what we actually want, which is diesel. There is a bit of this wastewater that also moves into this pipe here. You can see there is 10 of it already there. And then it will arrive there unless I made a mistake, but no, I think we're good. It's just not full yet. So that's why it's not coming, I guess. Ah, it is. First one. And we're dumping. We're dumping. And so, no, that didn't finish it yet because we need to dump 8. We've only dumped 5. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. What else? Oh, here it is. No, that's the mining. We finished the mining, so we should have some somebody here. That this truck was dumping dirt and iron ore at the same time. And so now we have some iron ore on that side. And we have, some dirt on this side. So a truck will also come at some point to pick up the iron and can deliver it there. Yeah, collect this reward, collect that reward, that's great. We could potentially say, I mean, let's wait to have a bit more in reserves. Because right now we only have 12. But when we have a bit more in reserve, maybe we will prioritize that one. The recipe, second recipe, to make sure we're using it. What else? We need 2 assemblies for construction parts. We need a unit storage for iron, a unit storage for construction parts. Okay. Disable truck import for the new diesel storage. Where is that? Select the fleet storage and oh yeah, okay, I got you. I forgot about that. So here, this is a fluid storage, right? And right now it is connected to that basic distiller, but it's also accepting import. They're saying refuse the import so that this is just production. I don't think it's actually a good idea because I'd love to empty this at some point, but it's fine for the short term. I'll allow it. This time for us to repair the shipyard and to do, as they say, a bit more on that side. So let's see it. They want us to make another one of these. Not a problem. We've copied and it copies the recipe, of course, so that's great. And then they do tell us to put, you know, iron unit storage, which realistically for now you probably want to put somewhere over here, so that as soon as you have belt, you can then belt it. And while you don't have the belt yet, at least it doesn't take too long for it to go there, from there to here. So that is one. And then they wanted one also for construction parts, which is this here. And I didn't make it perfect so that it can go directly from here to there. That's a shame. It was just one tile difference. My bad, my bad. But that's okay. We will... Oh no, it's construction parts, sorry, that they want us to do. In this case, I think what we'll do is just put it next to one of them. Okay, but that way we can increase our reserves, basically. That's the idea. We need to store some iron, okay, probably also store some construction parts. And how are we doing here? Do we have more and more? No, we have very little because here we sent some reserves. That's fine. But yeah, I can put it prioritized now. So as soon as we have enough, they will start this. The problem is it will create some slag. It's not a really big problem at this point because we're definitely trying to make this bridge there. She's going faster and faster now that we have also, you know, the digging happening. But yeah, we're gonna want to do this. Okay. What else? Oh, we have another digger. Anyway, sorry, rambling. So let's add a few more trucks and put a second excavator so we can accelerate a bit our iron one. Then after iron, the next one will probably want to do coal. So it is, we have rebuilt the shipyard. Now we can fuel our ship. We have a lot of diesels. Let's do it. Not a problem. It's a pretty important thing, and given it's already there, it's done kind of instantaneously. We also need to then click on the actual ship and load the crew. The basic ship is only taking 15. Every time you're gonna upgrade the ship to, you know, go faster, have some weapons, etc., this is gonna take more and more crew. But in this case, let's definitely do it. We have, you know, some more workers available, so not a problem. And yeah, with this, we are able to go on the world map and start exploring. Where is the new world map? For that, you can just click over here and you'll go again to the world map. We have, remember, a settlement here, but they tell us to explore something. So let's explore something. Now, based on, you know, the distance is gonna cost more or less of diesel. And, you know, if you don't have enough diesel, you may even not be able to go to a certain location. So it is, the ship is leaving. Right? This is one of the only one you can't follow automatically, but more importantly, we'll be able to see it very soon move on the map. Alright, so right now it says on the move. So we'll see it move on the map. Here it is, distance is starting, ETA 27 days. This is, you know, my people. How far can they go with the amount of diesel they have inside, the health of the vehicle, because remember, there will be pirates and many other things. So let's give it a second for it to arrive. Actually, let's accelerate time. At the beginning, it's okay to just not look at your city for a while. We'll survive. And now we are arriving. So they're going to start exploring the location. It also takes usually a couple of days, as you can see here. Actually, yeah, the days are moving. Already on year 5, by the way. Slowly but surely increasing. And when this is explored, we're gonna discover something. I don't know what, because it's semi-random. Oh, an oil rig. Great. Including some loot also, but most importantly, right, this oil rig. So this is going to enable us to start sending back some oil to our city if we need to. I'm gonna go explore something else. It is a bit of a waste that I have to come back, but that's life. And yeah, they don't even tell us at this point to fix the oil rig, but in the future we'll definitely want to fix it, because this crude oil here, it's limited. Look at this. This is 42,000, and this is slowly but surely decreasing, of course, right? So when it's empty, you need another source. We have also finished processing the iron, and I'm sure we've done basically, here it is, actually we're doing it right now. We've used some iron ore to make some molten. We've stockpiled some things, we've repaired, great. Oh, they also want one for vehicle parts. So let's do it quickly so I can show you the recipe. We're gonna take this one out, but instead we want here mechanical parts and electronics, so similar to the maintenance, to make a bit of vehicle parts. I don't want to make too much either, but we can get started for now. A lot of things in the green, so all good. The coal is a bit low, but it's also because we don't have any reserves. So yeah, the location explored. This is actually a new one already, and you know, I don't have a lot of fuel left, so it's coming back home to deliver all of those things. And we've also discovered some new nodes that are obviously further away, but still a good thing. And now at this point, you know, it is definitely good to start exploring a bit more. Hopefully we won't find any, you know, pirates, but still, here it is. The ship is coming. So it's gonna deliver all of those things here if there was any space. Problem is there's not a lot of space. I don't know why they're putting this here, like iron ore. I don't want any iron ore here, or even coal or potatoes, but that's okay. We have the diesel, we have the crew, so we could, if we wanted, go back and leave again. Let's take a quick look at our list here. We have a few more refugees again, so slowly but surely there's less and less free housing, but that's okay. The potato farm basically is full. They're telling us it's full, which is not a bad problem. It's not a bad problem, right? This is also because we don't really have reserves, so we may want to do that. And actually, I'm thinking, I still haven't decided where we're gonna put our food production, to be honest, because we don't have. I mean, I think it's probably on this side, actually. Yeah, it will probably be on this side, unless there is. Yeah, there is the water, so this is gonna be your food production in the future. But before that, you know, we will need to take out all of those trees, which means we need to store those trees somewhere, which actually means, by the way, we don't really need to go into coal right away, because I need to take out all of those trees and burn them. The next mission, though, is actually not around coal or food, it's on limestone, so that we can start making some concrete, if I'm not mistaken. So by the way, you can take out, you know, all of these if you want and just keep limestone, and then it becomes easier to see where it is. And in this case, it's at the back. Last but not least, in terms of research, we've been doing quite a few in the background. We've been able to start, you know, over here, the concrete. This is what they're telling us, using limestone. We have also unlocked the rubber production here. We've unlocked the copper refinement, which will require something completely new, the copper mining, so we haven't done that at all. And last but not least, we are researching now assembly level 2, which is going to be enabling us to make construction part level 2, the gold one. This is something that's going to come more and more into the game. You're going to have to make, you know, more advanced level of the same thing. So if we look over here, for example, now you have the level 3 that is using level 2 plus something else. Or you're going to have, where is it, the research? Research level 2, right? So it's going to take research level 1 and plus a few things to make lab equipment level 2. And then again and again, right? Like we're going to see over here, we have the construction part level 4, we have the maintenance level 2, we have research level 3, etc, etc. Obviously this is gonna take us a lot of time to get there, but I did want to make sure we get all the way here pretty soon, because this is how we're going to unlock the conveyors. The U-shape and flat conveyors, they require this construction part level 2, and we will also unlock a better way to make concrete very soon. So that is an important research to do, but then we will soon be sort of blocked, to be honest, in terms of actually using those things. But I think that was great progress, ladies and gents. We have definitely increased our fleet. We have now 25 vehicles. We can continue to increase that. We're gonna need more excavators too, so let's focus on this. We are even starting to make vehicle parts to be able to make those vehicles. We've increased a bit of production parts facility. We're starting to store things, right? Store wood over here, store iron, store the construction parts. We have also a completely new type of production here that is using liquids with the diesel, taking crude oil and a bit of coal that is coming from my wood right now to make this diesel that all of the vehicles need, right? So that's pretty critical. But here it is, ladies and gents. Hope you're enjoying. I know this is pretty basic for those of you that are advanced in the game, and it's also not very much new. The new stuff is gonna come, I guarantee you, in the next episode tomorrow. Thank you for watching, smash like button, and I hope to see you next time.